Hey guys, it's me, Plaque87, and today I have a new game for you guys to see. It's a card game from a company called Direware, and it is called Eternal. So this game has been closed beta for a little while. I got into the closed beta maybe 2 weeks ago, and the NDA for the game was lifted about a week ago. So I thought I would show it to you guys. The best way I can describe it is that it is a cross between Magic the Gathering and Hearthstone. The card collecting aspect and the UI and stuff is really Hearthstone-esque, and then the battle system and the actual gameplay leans more towards Magic, but there's some influences from Hearthstone there too. So we'll talk about all that. I'm going to do a quick overview and then do some gameplays in the Gauntlet single player mode, and we can kind of see what's going on. Alright, so to start, we have a screen here. We have this throne. The story of the game revolves around this empty throne, about factions trying to claim it. You can press this button, you can see these nice little landscapes in the background. So that's our main screen here. Going to the top UI here, we got options over here, so nothing really too big. Gold is what you earn. It's what you earn for playing games and opening chests, and you get gold out of it, and you can use it to buy packs basically. Gems are what you buy, or are like paid for with real money to get, and then you can use it to buy packs. Gems aren't enabled in the closed beta, so all of your deck building, all your decks and cards you have to get specifically from free to play. Shiftstone is like dust in Hearthstone. You can destroy extra cards and get dust, and then use dust to create cards. And then this last one here is packs. When you have enough money, which you need 1,000 gold to buy a pack, you can buy a pack and be on your merry way. Hopefully by the end of the video, we'll get 1,000 gold, and then we'll buy a pack. Or we'll have up to 2,000 gold and buy a pack. So the store, like I said, you can buy packs. Like I said, Shiftstone, you can't use to buy these right now. So you could buy boosters. Totems, these are purely aesthetic, so you can buy these, put them on the map, and kind of interact with them. You play gems, like I said, you can't buy. And then cards, in here you can, even though it seems like you could buy with gold because it's in the shop, you can craft them with Shiftstone. So we'll go to the card section here because you can also craft with Shiftstone here. So we'll pick one of our decks. Here's how the decks work. You basically put 50 cards. You can see the breakdown of what's in the deck, deck stats, kind of like that. You can export it and import it, which is kind of a cool feature. One of the big things that are different between Hearthstone and this, and it leans more towards Magic, is you have sigils, which give you power and influence, which is basically mana from Magic, so which is pretty cool. You don't get to pick how many power or influences in your deck. It autofills based on what you have in your deck, so that's a little bit weird. I'm not sure if they're going to change that, or it was in it originally and they changed it to autofill because they thought it'd be easier for players. But that's where it's at right now. One of the cool features, so Hearthstone, just like Hearthstone, and Magic, there's 4 types of cards. There's common, uncommon, rare, promo, which I don't think I've seen any, and legendary. So it's basically these 4. And just like Hearthstone, to craft them, they have different costs. So to craft a common, it takes 100 Shiftstone. To craft a uncommon, it takes 200. A rare takes 800, excuse me. And then a legendary, too far, will take 3,200. And there's also gold versions, which for this, unlike Magic, this takes 4 times. So it's like, or 3 times or something. So it's a ton of dust. However, unlike Hearthstone and like Magic, you can have multiple copies of legendaries in your deck. You can have 4 of any type of rarity in your deck, so which is cool, but it's going to take a lot more Shiftstone to get your whole collection, unlike it would in Hearthstone. Another cool feature is if you have a deck and you have a bunch of cards in it you don't own, so you can select cards you don't own in for your deck, and then if you have enough dust, you can just go through, click this button, it'll create all the cards for you. So that's kind of how the cards works. More than 9 decks. Blizzard, please. So that was an old complaint about Hearthstone, but that's there now. Profile, it shows you your collection status, which is pretty cool. like what percentage you have, and then you have leagues. It can show you the top 100 in your ranking, or in the ranking, and then you can see yourself and who's around you. Also, there's a draft ranking, which is pretty cool, and you have a very like a basic match history, and you can change your guy and your emote preferences and stuff like that. And then there's achievements, which can give you gold and shiftstone, which is also pretty cool. Then you have your friends list, and then finally, like Hearthstone, you have daily quests. We should actually finish one of these quests during this Gauntlet run. So then we have 2 types of gameplay modes. We have single player, basically, and multiplayer. Single player, you have the campaign, which you have to go through the start. There's basically 5 different matches of 4, and you get pre-made decks for each color and go through and get some of the basic cards, and then a legendary for like the factions, what they're called scions or leader at the end. So that's what, when I was showing the legendary card, that's how I got that legendary. Gauntlet, basically you use a pre-made deck and you run through 7 matches. If you lose, you're done. If you go all the way through, you get a prize, and basically by how far you get through, you get a prize. Forge is like Arena in Hearthstone, except it's 1 player. You pick from groups of 3. You make a deck of, I believe it's 25, and then you play through it. The cool thing about Forge is that you get to keep all of the cards you draft, unlike Hearthstone. But it is more expensive. It's like 2,500 or something. So Versus, basically ranked, is 1-on-1. Casual is disabled because they want to keep the queue together, so the queue times are slow or lower in closed beta, so there's only 1 queue. And then Draft is like a Magic draft where you're opening packs and picking cards from packs, and then you play through. If you lose with both Forge and Draft, I think you can lose twice. Draft actually might be 3. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, Draft you can actually lose 3, and then you get prizes based on the draft. You get to keep all the cards you drafted, also, and then you get prizes at the end. So, but this is 5,000 gold, or 5 packs, which is pretty expensive. And that's it. I hope I didn't miss anything. But we're going to go straight into the gameplay. We're going to go through a Gauntlet run. These up here, I believe, I'm not sure what happens when you exhaust all of these, if it doesn't become free or you can't play it anymore. But I think this is based on what prizes you get from your past runs. I think I've only actually gone through and beat the whole thing once. Like Magic, there's times where you get what I'll call mana boned or stuff like that. So sometimes you get just kind of screwed, and there's nothing really you can do to win the game. I mean, it happens in Hearthstone, but it happens less because you don't have to worry about that resource or different colors of the resource. So just like Magic, when you redraw, you get a full redraw. Magic, you drop 1 card. If you have 7, you redraw, you get 6. In Eternal, when you redraw, you get all 7 cards back. When you redraw, you are guaranteed to get at least 2 power cards, 2 sigils. So for this, I'm going to redraw this hand because obviously I don't have enough power cards to kind of curve into what's in my hand. So I'm going to redraw, and you'll see I'll get at least 2. I actually ended up getting 3. And all of them are green, which is a little sad because 2 of my cards here are based on red. So I won't be able to. So the number in the left corner is how many power you need, which is this number here. So if I had 2 power, I'd be able to play this. However, you need the amount of influence next to the number as well. So this has 2 power and 1 red influence, which I would need to play, which I don't have. Even though I have 2 power right now, since I don't have red influence, I can't play. So right now I'm kind of mana locked until I get either a red land or red power, or I draw more. So that's a pretty good draw. At least we can put something on the board. There's a lot more keywords in Eternal than there is in something like Hearthstone. Alright, so right now I literally can't do anything. Also, there's blocking and attacking, so I'll show that mechanic. So you pick your attackers, and then you attack, and then the opponent can pick a blocker, and then you block in, and both units are exhausted. Attackers stay exhausted until it comes back to your turn. Blockers also get exhausted, but since your turn starts right after, they become unexhausted. So I cannot use this exhausted unit to block this turn. Alright. We're just going to pass so we can use this guy to block. We really need a red land. Ugh, this guy's going to get stunned. Or red power. This is what I'm talking about when you get mana boned. If I can get one red card, I can pretty much unlock my whole hand. Even if I get one more just power in general, I can start pinging stuff off, which would be nice. Oh, there we go. Okay. So why I need this is because now I can... I'm not going to play my weapon this turn. I'm going to just get rid of like everything on the board. We're going to get rid of this guy. We're going to get rid of this flying guy. And then we can use this. Now this sigil stops an effect of one magic. So he played a card where you get to... was it her? Yeah. So you get to gain an Aegis and then draw a sigil. So Aegis is it blocks an effect of a spell. So I'm going to play this spell here, and he's not going to take any damage. However, I'm still going to get to draw my fire sigil. So, and now I'm just going to pass. So that's the card we needed. Apparently he doesn't have anything. So now we're going to draw a bunch of land. So I'm going to play this weapon. Weapons work a little bit differently. So in Hearthstone, this 6/3 would be you have 6 attack and you can use it 3 times. In this, you have 3 armor, and it goes away when the armor dies. And you can't attack directly to the face when you're using a weapon. You have to clear the board, and now I can attack the face. So I can keep attacking with this until this armor number, which is basically health, goes away. So I'm going to use it again. I'm going to kill this dude. And you can see I'm going to take 3 damage there, so it kills the armor and this goes away. I'm going to play this, and we're going to play this flying lifesteal lady. Lifesteal, just like magic, you hit when you deal damage, it goes to your character, your hero. Oh, she's going to... That's sad. Alright, but we have enough for a flying guy, so we're okay. Not a huge deal. And he has endurance. So what endurance is that you can't get stunned or exhausted. So you can attack and then block with this guy without getting exhausted. I'll show that off next. Unfortunately, we don't have any other red minions, but we're going to play this guy. So, oh, he got a flying, which is very nice. And he has charge. So, we're going to come through here and attack all 3. So you can see he'll block this, so none of the damage will go through. Now I attacked with all of these, but since this guy has endurance, he will be able to block next turn as well. Alright. So also there's equipment in Eternal, like magic, so I can put this on someone and buff them up. It's called weapons in this. Yeah, I believe it's called, just everything's called a weapon. Well, I want to see the mantle for just a second. It doesn't matter. And we'll just attack and win this game. So that was a little rough at the beginning, but, you know, we got through it, got the win. So now we'll get to see the Gauntlet kind of interface. Oh, and we completed a quest. So we're going to get, for completing the quest, we're going to get some chests. So like I said, you open the chest, we'll get some coins and a card. Ooh, this chest opened into a bigger chest, which is going to give us some coins and a pack, which is nice. So, we now have a pack we can open, and this is the Gauntlet interface. Like I said, you got to try to win 7 games without losing any. So we're going to keep going through this and trying to do that. Hopefully the games will be a little quicker than the last one. The last one was kind of extended because of... I'm going to keep this hand. We have enough mana to end some low cards to kind of get tempo, I guess. I'm not sure what the Blaze of Glory deck is, but it might be small guys. It is small guys. So we want to get some blockers up early. Again, one red power influence would unlock some of our stuff, but we can still curve out even without it to start. I'm assuming he's going to buff this guy or deal 1 damage to him. Yeah, I'm actually going to let this through. It doesn't make any sense. I'm assuming he has like a deal 1 damage card or something. Alright, so I'm going to play 2 cards instead of 1 since I believe he's going to have a bunch of chump blockers. So I'm going to give this guy a 3/4 and then play this out. I'm going to attack with this guy. He's probably going to block and then do something to this, I think. Oh, no, never mind. Alright, sweet. Fire Sigil. So I can play this and then kill one of these guys off. And then, so this weapon has Warcry. How Warcry works is every time you attack, the top weapon or unit in your deck gets +1/+1. I am going to pass. If he tries to attack me, I'm just going to block. So I'm pretty sure what's going to happen here is I'm going to block. He's going to buff or deal damage to this guy like I said on the first turn. Yeah. Oh. So Overwhelm, after you attack, it deals damage. It deals the extra damage as well. So that's why the attack still came through and dealt damage to me. So we're going to deal 2 to this guy and get rid of him. Oh, when you do a spell directly to him, he gets to draw. And then we're going to attack like this. So we're in a pretty okay spot. We could use some more power to get to this guy, but oh, he's going to do the same thing I just did. We're going to have to play out the Treasury Guard, which we buffed up this turn, so we're probably in a pretty okay spot. I'm going to attack with the 1/1 just to see if he blocks. Oh, he's going to. Alright. Alright, so we know his hand is a sigil, something else. Let's see if he plays it. Oh, and deal 3 damage. So we're pretty safe to attack, especially since this guy has endurance. He can block after. We don't have to worry about it. Again, we would like to draw some power, but hopefully we don't get like top decked really hard. I'm going to actually let this go because I think this is a buff card. Yeah. So I'd rather take the 5 than lose this guy. Alright, that's okay. It's going to give me a sigil, which will let me play this guy next turn, who also has endurance, so we'll still be able to attack while blocking. So I think we're okay. So again, we know he has at least a fire sigil and then some other card. Doesn't look like he has a buff because he's not playing it. So, but we get to play this turn. We can set up a lethal next turn if he doesn't block. Oh no, actually we're 1 short, excuse me. Alright, that's okay, we can block this guy, so it's not a big deal. We didn't get any mana or any power. If he does kill, if he can double block these guys, which is fine, he'll kill both. Yeah. So I'm not too worried about that because I still have the 4/6 flyer that can block pretty much anything, and this guy can block like a quick charge or something. Oh, I don't have 2. Anyways, so quick draw. Another thing here is if you attack and you kill the blocker, you don't take any damage. So, but we can't play him, so. But not a big deal because I'm a blocker, so we'll just finish him off. And that's that one. Alright, 2 down, 5 to go. Hopefully we can do a complete run. That would be nice for a video, but who knows. This is actually a pretty... Whoa, my cat just went crazy. This is a pretty solid starting hand, mainly because what I can do here is we can play this, and then we can draw a sigil right away. So we will. Maybe I should have drew fire, but because it's rare. And then we can go right into, oh, so it doesn't matter. Then we can go right into a unit, and then we can go right into our weapon or a second unit. So we're curving pretty good, pretty well. We will actually get the weapon and clear this off. And then attack for 3. Problem is we're kind of depleting our hand pretty quickly. We definitely want to get rid of this guy too, and this guy. We don't want them to play their ultimates. Paying 8's pretty crazy, but this guy's just when you play something with 5 or more. So we're gonna ping this guy right away, and then we're gonna put down our Treasury Guard, and we're gonna attack with this guy because we want him to block with that, but he's not going to. So, but that's okay. Alright, so we know he has a time sigil. Alright. Alright, so we're going to be able to play another card. We're going to attack with this guy. If he blocks, we're going to be able to kill both these guys, which I'm okay about. He's not going to. Okay. So, I'll let that through. Again, we just don't want him to play or pay 8. So, we're in a pretty good spot. That's not cool because you can block everything. Ugh. We need 1 power. Alright. So again, we're going to not do anything. He's getting closer to giving this guy 4+4+4, which would be sad. Alright, but we know he has this, and we know he has at least 7 power, so. This 5/5 would, 5/7, yes, would be super helpful. So even if he activates this now, we're in a pretty good spot. I still don't think it's worth attacking though. So that was the sigil he drew. So he does have enough to pay for this. Oh, quick draw. Very nice. So everything gets +2/+2, and they have quick draw this turn. So we are going to literally just go... Oh, and there's hotkeys in this. So you can, if you hit A, all of your things will attack, and then when you hit spacebar, it'll do whatever this action is here. So we'll do that. So none of these guys are going to take damage. Oh, I thought they got quick draw. Never mind. They just got +2/+2. But we cleared the board. This is the only guy with quick draw. Whoops. But that's okay, because we have a crazy strong board, and he has nothing on the board. So I believe we just win here. Yeah. So not a big deal. Still the right play. Alright, that's 3. Hopefully they can all go that quickly. We got 4 more. Like I said, and you can see the outlines here on the shields. The bronze ones you get bronze chests, and the silver ones you get silver chests. I'm going to redraw because they don't have enough power or influence. I go second. So the only difference between going second and first is when you go second, you draw. When you go first, you don't. I'm going to come through and give this guy a buff. We can get to this guy on 3. Hopefully we draw something that's... Oh. That's sad. Hopefully we draw something before we get to turn 4. But at this rate, we're not. Ooh. That's nice. Alright, so we can play this here. So we can... And we kind of want to get green influence now, so this gets buffed higher. The only problem is this guy is really strong. Can't do anything about him currently. Alright, this guy, however, we can ping away with our sniper, which is super nice. Alright, we're going to play another one of these. Nice. Eventually we can kill him with this guy with the ceremonial mask if we have to. Oh, now we can't. I'm just gonna let this 5 through because we're gonna play this turn and make this guy a 6/6, so, or a 7/7, excuse me. So we can use him to block this guy now. So we can use the ceremonial mask to kill this Lynx, which I think is probably okay. But I don't want to use it just because you get a buff for it, and I want the buff to do something. And I can't attack this because if he jump blocks both, this guy will die, and I don't want that either. So I'm just going to pass this turn. I think that's the correct thing to do. Alright, so he's got a sigil and something else. We're in a pretty good spot. Alright, so yeah, so... Wait, is this to the other player? Yeah, we don't need to play that yet. So we'll play this. We'll give the 4/4 to this guy because he's going to get through. And then we'll kill this dude. And then send 9 damage at his face. Alright, and we know this is a sigil, so I'm not sure if he has anything he can actually play in his hand. I guess we can get another fire. And it really doesn't make sense to play this right now, so we will just do 5 to his face. Next turn, and we'll drop this actually too. Next turn we can attack with everything, and then he'd probably have to block He has to block the 7 if he doesn't want to die. Alright, cool. And then this will die. And we can finish him off with the weapon. Alright, so another win. So at least we're going to get at least 3 chests. Now each one we win here, we'll get a silver chest for each. So these get a little bit harder as we go. And again, if we get some bad luck, we might just lose. So this is really close. Technically we have 2 sigils. We have a red and a green. So we can play like this part of our hand and then maybe hope to draw. I guess we're going to keep it. That could be a bad mistake since we're not going first either, but we'll draw this so we can play our 3-2 on turn 2. Or we can ping on turn 1, on turn 2, ping and play this guy. But I don't think it's worth pinging right now. Alright, and we drew, so that's good. So we'll get this guy out here. We can draw 1 more red. That would be great. Alright, so second torch. So we're going to play this. We're going to want to give the sniper +2/+2. I think we want to attack and then have both of these guys get killed. Yeah. And technically we could actually ping one off. We're going to ping one off too. So we actually get to kill this guy and keep this guy. We'll take the 3 damage from the entomb effect. Entomb is basically when the card dies, it does something. I don't think we've seen that yet, or if I did, I forgot to explain it. So we still have pretty good tempo. Nope. But he is dealing damage straight to our face pretty quickly. Alright. Hopefully we get a mana. No, but that's actually okay. So we'll attack with our guys. And then we'll get to Warcry a creature here in the deck. The ping card is going to help us still too. The torch is, in my opinion, one of the best cards in the game. Oh, that's sad. That's what we wanted to do. Oh, he killed the weapon. So depleted is when you play this, you won't gain power this turn if you have a sigil in my hand. So I'll get the influence, so we'll see the influence go up. I won't get the actual power this turn, so I still can't play my sniper. So I'm going to torch this guy so I can continue to apply pressure, and next turn we know at least we can put the sniper into play and do 2 damage to something. Yeah, this is going to kill this guy. So we're going to snipe his sniper with our sniper. We're going to get a sigil too. Oh, we're going to deal 1. So if we can draw a power, we can probably kill anything he puts down here. Oh, he's going to torch that guy. That's not good. Oh, nice. So we're going to actually get to do 6 to face with our weapon, which is actually pretty strong. He didn't play anything, so I'm assuming these are both sigils. Oh, I was right on one. Is this a sigil? So we're actually still going to win because this weapon has Overwhelm, which, as I said, plus we're going to deal double damage right now. Well, this is going to deal double damage, so 2 damage. So how Overwhelm works is when you kill an enemy, the leftover damage will go to the player. So I'm going to deal 1 to him and then 5 to him. And then I'm going to deal 2 more with this dude. So I'm going to finish that guy off as well. And then double damage is just what it says. Deals double damage. Alright, so we got 2 more. Hopefully we can get all the way to the end. Usually the last one has a little special rule. I'm going to redraw since I don't have any red mana, red power, red influence. Alright, this is much better. Whoa. A little bit of lag there. Oh, it's much. Okay, so I'm going to play the Seed of Glory, and then I'm going to buff up my weapon here. And I'm going to be able to get this out on turn 3 on curve. and ping away anything he puts out if I want to. Oh, lame. Alright, so we got a second one of these, so we're gonna actually have a 5-4 weapon on turn 3, which is pretty strong. There's not too many things. Oh, and that's depleted, so we probably can't play anything. Oh yeah. So you get if you have a fastball in your hand, you get the option of doing something before your turn or at each junction, which is a little bit weird to me, but and the other player can see it. So in like a live game against a real person, they would know. But so as you saw here, there was this little spin, and then he got 2 cards. Cards with echo give you 2 of those cards when you draw them, so they echo in essence. Oh, okay. I thought he was going to do it to this guy, which I'm okay with what just happened there. So we get to play a sigil, and we're going to draw one. We're going to draw the Justice Sigil. 3 is as much as we need for anything, so there's nothing in the deck that uses more than 3 red. So I think there's one card that uses 3 green, so we'll just have 3 green as well. Right now we're just slowly pinging him away with our weapon. And then we have a second weapon after that. So even if he breaks this weapon, potentially next turn if he doesn't play anything, we can... Oh no, we need one more land to do that. Sorry. Okay. It's not really going to affect us unless he can deal 3 more. There he goes. Is he going to play a guy? So since he's not going to play a guy, we're going to be able to do... Yeah, so like I said, 3 for that guy. We're going to actually be able to do 6 to his face. And then next turn we can just torch his face as well. Not sure why this torch says overwhelm. I think that's a mistake. Oh, what was that? Obliterate. Overwhelm. Deal 6 damage. Okay. Well, doesn't matter. We just deal 3 to the face. Pretty quick and simple game there. So... we are down to the... We're going to get 2 silvers and bronzes, pretty good either way, and we'll get to the final one, so we'll get to see what one of the bosses look like. I don't think I've seen this one before. Players draw an extra card each turn. Oh, that's interesting. So like I said, there's special rules to these. This is actually a pretty good starting hand. And we're going to want to try to dump things as quickly as possible because of the extra draw. I believe the maximum hand size is 10. And we have 2, right now we have 2 sigil generation cards, so we have a ton of mana in our hand technically. We're not going to ping that off, that's would be kind of weak. Alright, so like it says, we're going to draw 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll play this because we need 2 reds for the Outland Sniper. Okay, I would say that's not going to draw me an extra card, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're probably going to Outland Sniper this unless he gets buffed. Yeah. So this isn't too big of a deal. So he's going to try to weenie out the board, I guess, is what's going to happen here. Alright, so we got 2 sigils. So we got plenty of sigils. We're going to play this guy so we can block some people. I think we need to establish a board in order to win this. Alright, that's not a big deal. Let's see what he plays on the board. Whoa. I believe when I draw those, I take 5 damage, is how those work. Alright, so the mace is pretty cool, and that weapon's actually pretty cool. So, we're going to want to play the sniper this turn. And snipe this dude. And in order to kill this, he'd have to block with 3, and I'd be able to block 2. So we'd kill 2. I think we're okay with losing 2 on his side. Yeah. So I'm going to kill this guy, and then this guy. I'm going to take 3 damage, but since I don't have any attack left, that guy won't do it. So yeah, we're going to take 3. That's fine. We're going to get some health because of our weapons, so that's okay too. Ugh, you get to draw a torch. I'm jealous of that. Alright, again, we have tons of sigils. So we're obviously gonna want to play one. And I think we're gonna want to play this so we can get some health. Just ping this away and call it a turn. Obviously we can block this when he attacks, which will give him a torch, which is a little sad, but he's gonna torch our face anyways. And he's gonna stun this. Alright. I would say eventually we're gonna like wait him out, but because of alright, we're gonna torch that guy. Because of the double draw, we're not actually gonna wait him out. Alright, so we wanna get this. We wanna torch this guy. And we definitely wanna get a blocker down. And I don't see why not to grab another sigil. Alright, so that's okay. So he's only got 3 cards, so we're getting there. I'm going to block with this guy. I know he's going to get a torch from that, but whatever. So we know he has a torch. He's going to kill that guy. Alright, that's not terrible for what he did with that. So this guy, when he dies, 2 1/1s will play, so that's okay. I'm gonna play out this guy as a blocker on an end turn. We can pump him up to like an 8/8. That's why I think I need him there. Okay, that's not a huge deal. Oh, he didn't play anything? Oh no! I forgot those were in my deck. Oh, the lifesteal guy is huge for us. That will keep us alive. I think that might have just maybe won us the game. I'm not sure. We'll see. We can get 10 life back next turn, which is huge. As long as we don't die this turn. Free if you played. Okay. Oh, good thing we didn't. Don't draw another one. Don't draw another one. Oh, that was close. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play the ceremonial mass, and we're gonna give this guy. And we're going to ping off of this dude. And then we're going to be able to attack for 10 and get 10 back. Which will put us at 15, which is huge for us. And then again, there's no reason not to play this, so we'll just play it. And I guess we'll end our turn. If he doesn't have any other flying in his deck, we're pretty solid. Alright, that's not a huge deal. I guess we'll kill this guy. It'll draw him 2 1/1s, but at least we'll keep this guy on the board. Yeah, we lose our weapon, but that's not a huge deal either. Plus, we can give this guy 7/7, which is actually lethal. So we're actually gonna win, I think. Yeah, that guy was pretty instrumental in that win. So that was a gauntlet run. We went through, we beat the whole thing. Our kind of crappy deck. So we get 3 silver chests because of it, and we get to claim. So you see, it used up the whole square. So this was gone. So I'm not sure what happens when I use up the whole square, all the squares, but I'm getting close to that point. So 3. Ooh, and 1 turns into another one with some packs. So from what we got from that, we got 2 packs, so we will open both those packs so we can see that real quick too. So basically, you just click a pack, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cards in a pack, and then you get one that is rare or higher. I've never opened anything but a rare, so also you get 200 shiftstone when you open a pack. So that's kind of how the packs work. So while there's more cards, because you can play 4 of each compared to like Hearthstone where you can only play 2 of each, you get more per pack. So that's kind of how they do it. And we're going to get 200 shiftstone. I'm still not going to open a legendary. That's sad face. Nothing in here that I haven't seen before. And that's it. And then once you do that, all of your extras you can come in here and destroy. So we get 22 more shiftstone. And that's it. That is Eternal. If you like what you saw, sign up for the beta. I will put that in the links below for the Eternal beta. And I hope you guys enjoyed that little overview of Eternal and some gameplay in the Gauntlet run. Thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys next time.